Hey folks, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a brand new match preview on the channel. Hope you're keeping well and safe. And Wolves will be travelling to the Amex Stadium to take on Brighton this Wednesday. It's going to be an interesting game, that's for sure. Wolves continue their busy December period. And their penultimate game before Christmas is, of course, away from home. For my sins, I am going to be there on Wednesday. Do let us know in the comment section down below if you're going to be there as well. And be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So lots to get through today. Unfortunately, we don't have the opposition perspective, but I'll try and do my own little coverage of Brighton. Very small amount of Brighton content creators for some reason. But yeah, we'll look at Wolves first, coming from that narrow defeat against Manchester City on Saturday. Frustrating defeat as well. Two main moments in the game that probably defined the result for Wolves. Of course, that first one being the Raul Jimenez red card. Been lots of debate about it. But, you know, should the first foul have been a booking? But you can't. The second booking from Raul was just pure stupidity, really. So we are going to be without him for this game. And then obviously the second incident was the penalty shout, which everybody, pundits, fans, all know that it wasn't a penalty. The only two people that did think it was of course, Jonathan Moss and Villa fan, who was on VAR, Andre Mariner. But we moved past it. Again, once again, what Wolves defended really well. But once again, it was a game that we didn't really threaten our opposition and we didn't score the goal. So we really need to hope that we get a slightly different performance from Wolves today. And Bruno, against Brighton rather. And Bruno Lage tries to find that balance between a solid defensive performance and a good attacking display. We'll quickly look at our opposition, Brighton, before I move on to my predicted lineup and the team news and so on. Brighton today, as in Monday, have had 3 or 4 positive COVID tests come through. Now, as it stands, the game is still going ahead, but tomorrow things could change slightly, which would be a nightmare for many, many fans. Of course, it's not just been Wolves fans that have been affected by it. There have been, obviously, Tottenham have been heavily hit. It looks like Manchester United's game is got question marks over it as well. But with Brighton, their game against Tottenham, they were meant to play Tottenham over the weekend. That was postponed. And some would argue, and even I said it to be fair, that could mean they had an advantage going into this game against Wolves. But listen to this. Brighton, known players that will not be available for the Wolves game. Dunk, Webster, Duffy, Alzate, Welbeck, Sarmiento. Is it Sarmiento? Trossard should be back available. Adam Lallana is a doubt but could be back. They've, of course, also got 3 or 4 positive COVID tests. Now, I don't know if that's staff or whether that's players, but with those absentees I've mentioned, that is a huge bulk of Brighton's team that won't be available for Wednesday's game. But you can't write them off because, you know, Leeds United earlier this season had a similar situation. We played them when they were injury stricken and they got a positive-ish result against us with the game ending 1-1. And Graham Potter always likes to try and play nice football and so on. But I think as an outsider, they're probably in a similar predicament to us. They're doing okay, but results in some games could have been better and could possibly have seen them higher up the pitch and higher up the table rather as well. In terms of Wolves, of course, main team news is that Raul Jimenez is going to be out. There's going to be no Jimenez, so it's a big chance of somebody to lead the line for Wolves. So let's have a quick look at my predicted lineup. I don't think Fabio Silva is going to start. I've gone with a front three of Daniel Podence, Hwang-Hee Chan and Adama Traore. I might be wrong. I'd love to see Fabio start. I'd love to see him get the opportunity, but part of me just thinks it's not going to happen. And if he doesn't start or doesn't even come on the pitch, you worry that, I say worry, some people will probably like this, but you would probably think that in January there may be a loan move waiting for him. So I'll go with that front three. I think Gianmartino and Neves will start in the middle, but Dendoncker, I think, has now started the last couple of games, 2 or 3 games. So he's got every chance of starting. If I had to guess, it possibly be for Neves, but I think Neves has been superb this season, so I'd like to see him play. But I know he's in the wars a little bit against Manchester City. And the back five and goalkeeper got to be unchanged. I thought Aït-Nouri and Semedo, Aït-Nouri in particular, was very, very good against Manchester City once again. Had a spell of a few weeks now where he's been really, really strong. Pocketed Salah last weekend and did really, really well against Sterling, I thought, as well on Saturday. The back three was very good as well. Saïss, Cody, exceptional. Kilman, exceptional. And then, of course, Jose Sarr in goal. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Bruno does. I think we'll revert back to the 3-4-3. And hopefully we see a much better performance going forward. Podence, I think, deserves to be in there. Ahead of Trincao, Adama on the right, and then, of course, Hwang Hee-chan up front. Of course, if there's any other team news, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. Bruno, I'd assume, will have his press conference tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So be sure to keep your eye out on the socials for that. And very quickly, I'm going to look at the Premier League table to see both where Wolves and Brighton are. It's very, very tight now, especially with Wolves dropping points in recent games. So Wolves currently sat in 9th place in the table at the time of recording on 21 points. Brighton have obviously got a game in hand. They've only lost 3 games all season, but they've got 20 points. So they're 1 point behind Wolves with the same goal difference, but they do have a game in hand, which of course was going to be against Tottenham Hotspur. But many, many draws for them so far. 8 draws compared to Wolves 3. They've got more draws than IKEA at the moment, I think. But very similar in terms of goals scored and goals conceded. They've got a good defensive record, but they haven't scored a huge amount of goals either. So 2 teams, like I said, with probably similar seasons so far. It'll be intriguing and interesting to see how both teams approach this game. But I'm hoping, with me travelling up on my own, travelling back on my own, I hope at least we can have an away day to remember and try and get 3 points. It'd be huge and huge going towards Christmas with another 3 points. Of course, it's going to be a tricky game against Chelsea on Sunday. If we can go towards Christmas with another 3 points, that would be fantastic. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please do look after yourselves. We'll be back for, obviously, the Brighton post-match content on Wednesday. And then the pre-Chelsea content at the end of the week as well. But enjoy your week, and I'll be sure to catch you guys very, very soon. See you later.